Anything else I can get for you? Thanks, Tony. No problem. Have a good night.
My name is Hayden Robinson. I'm 25 years old now, and yeah, and I go to UNCA getting my bachelor's degree in mass communications, but full-time I work at a gas station.
Sell so much beer. Tons of beer. Even more on this side. Wine. More beer.
I have an associate's degree in digital effects and animation technologies, as well as another associate's in simulation game design that I got from Western Piedmont.
What do you play?
I play I like a lot of RPGs and stuff like that. I'm playing Stardew right now. Stardew Valley.
Shit. Okay, I was about to try and get a friend of Stardew Valley.
I'll probably switch them.
Yeah. Shit, you brought your pick.
Yeah, man.
I think I prefer management games because they're more comfortable, I guess. Whenever I play Stardew Valley, I'm not super on edge. I'm not worried about anything. It's just I can kind of control this kind of life that, I don't personally lead, but Stardew, I'm working on a farm and sometimes go into a dungeon to fight things. That's not something I actually do, but it's really nice and comforting to be like, oh, my my parsnips are about to bloom tomorrow, or they're about to be able to harvest tomorrow, so I better get on that tomorrow. I don't know, it's just kind of more comforting in a way.
Stardew Valley is a farm simulator game that was released in 2016, and since then, it has received critical and commercial success. It was nominated for several awards and has sold over 10 million copies across a variety of platforms. The game has one developer, Eric Baroni, better known as ConcernedApe. He was inspired by a lot of popular sim games like Animal Crossing, Minecraft, and Terraria, but there was one game in particular that many players were reminded of.
Harvest Moon Friends of Middletown. I love that game to death. It's basically Stardew Valley before Stardew Valley became a thing.
Harvest Moon Friends of Middletown was released for the Game Boy Advance in 2003. It shares a lot of similarities with Stardew Valley from storyline to gameplay mechanics.
I still have not done everything I can in that game because I remember it would always be I would lose the cartridge or something like that, because I think I've on 3 different computers that I've downloaded a ROM for it. I had it on 2 different Game Boys when I was a kid and stuff like that. I'm always trying to play that game as much as I can for some reason.
And that's a management game too.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's pretty much pre-Stardew Valley.
So even when you were a kid, really young,
yeah,
you wanted to play.
I had dreams of being a farmer for some reason.
My name is Anne Bachman, and I am a student at UNCA. I'm studying mass communication, and I'm a senior, and I also work at a hotel.
So what are you playing right now?
I'm playing Genshin Impact, which is basically it's a gacha game. I definitely like more farming and gathering games, so like Stardew Valley, and with Monster Hunter you collect a bunch of stuff.
Do you think there's a reason you gravitate towards those kinds of games?
I like collecting things in general. I like just finding things and taking them, as well as my parents. They're not hoarders or anything, but they like to go to garage sales and have a bunch of stuff, and so it's almost like my way of getting a bunch of things like my parents did, but not spending all the money that they did.
Do you have any comfort games?
Stardew Valley, for sure, and Toontown. Toontown, yeah. Oh yeah. They closed that game down for a while, and I actually, and then some like fans, they made a new game, Toontown Rewritten, and I remember when they first had the game out, you could only access it for a certain amount of time. So I would it was basically like a beta test, and I would get up at like 5 in the morning and go play Toontown because I wanted to play it so badly, and it was the only available time slot that I could play it.
Why did you want to play it so bad?
There's just something about it. I don't know. I played it with my mother, and it was like one of the only games that she would actually play with me as a kid, and she liked it. And I think that it's the nostalgia, it's the fact the game is just perfect in every single way. I think the characters are super cute. I love all the sounds. It's a Disney game. It's a Disney game, you know? I love Disney movies. I love Disney games. What can I say?
Dude, she's long. How long would you estimate her?
The longest.
Like at least a foot. At least 3 feet. Look at her. I have a show cat. I play all kinds of games. I play Call of Duty, Destiny 2, Counter-Strike. Then I play like Stardew Valley. Every time I'm depressed, Stardew and Minecraft. The two most like simulated worlds.
Stardew Valley specifically. I think sometimes that's everybody's little comfort game. I broke up with Andy for a while. It was like for like a solid like couple weeks. I just played Stardew Valley, and I think I have like over like 200 hours in that game. I actually restarted playing Stardew Valley with some of my friends, which was really fun because it like I can now play it and like appreciate it when I'm not like sad and depressed, and so.
Always watch the Conquer.
Do we?
Yeah, we always watch the Conquer. Well, you just hate America, I guess.
It's not it. Are you ready?
Hold on, I'm drinking.
Ready up.
I've definitely kind of stepped in and out of depression throughout, late middle school. But I mean, most kids go through that too. That's just kind of it's a sucky time for everyone. So around that time, I was playing more online stuff with friends, and that really helped me too. Because I was like, I was doing the late nights playing COD Zombies and stuff with the guys I grew up with and whatnot. So even though at school everything was really rough, I go home, finish my homework and stuff, and just like stay up until like 1 a.m. playing zombies.
Honestly, in high school, I got sexually assaulted, and then I really struggled wanting to be social and like go out with people. But I am like a very extroverted person, so games really helped me like stay, still getting that social side. And I got really into video games then. That's when I was playing Destiny 1 actually the most. I probably played like 900 or more hours of that game. I was like super lonely at school, and I joined this Discord with all of these people who pretended like they were in the actual army. And so we were in like different infantry ranks. It was so bad. And we had like mandatory practices. Oh my gosh.
Just to play Destiny.
Yeah, and I got kicked out because I left I went home for Thanksgiving and forgot my PlayStation. So
They just kicked you out.
They kicked you
weren't
out.
active?
They said because mandatory practice was Tuesday and Thursday, and like Thanksgiving's on Thursday.
So they actually
They
kicked you
kicked
out.
me out because I missed it on Thursday. I was so pissed. But it was funny.
Do you think you're ever going to stop playing video games?
Probably not. Even if I wasn't with Andy, because like I walked into his store the other day, and he was like, I mean, you can buy these games, they're like cheap, and like I was not planning on buying those games. Like I went to GameStop just to see him, and I wasn't planning to buy them, and I did. So even if I like didn't have him, I still think I would probably play video games.
Especially like now, a lot of people are struggling, like, and their jobs don't pay enough, so they're having to work like terrible hours, and it doesn't leave them with enough time or money to actually do the hobbies they like.
Yeah.
So in games like Stardew Valley, like I would love to have a farm, but I live in a 2-bedroom apartment that doesn't even have a porch. So how am I gonna grow 80 heads of cauliflower?
There's less things you have to worry about that are happening outside of like the normal game programming and stuff. Like, I don't have to worry about my car breaking down in Stardew Valley because I just walk everywhere. And I don't have to worry about these things that I kind of worry about now. in Stardew Valley. So that kind of choice to be able to kind of like do the things I want to do without having to worry about huge amounts of consequences really helps to kind of like give me a sort of retreat. Not retreat. I don't know.
Escapism.
Escapism. Yeah, exactly. Escapism.